And here's our second of the seven sins, greed. We think of greed, we think of eating everything in sight. More importantly, we think of we think of money, the desperate means to get it, and also we think of power and fame. So how does greed start? Well, it starts when you get something. Maybe your parents buy you something. Let's pretend you were born in the early 70s, okay, and your parents buy you a Game & Watch, okay, and you think you have everything you need. Look at this. I mean, just when you were playing Candyland and Monopoly, or you're playing ball outside, here is a ball simulated on a Game & Watch. Then you see the latest thing, and look, colors and pixels and animation and sound effects. Wow, and Nintendo. Then just when you think you have it, then you got to get a Super Nintendo. You got to get the super graphics and the super sound and all this shit. Then you want 3D polygons, so you get an N64. Then a GameCube with all the games and accessories. Then a Wii, Wii U, and Nintendo Switch. I mean, our ability to collect is hampered only by infinity. We could just go on forever getting the 1,000th system or the 1,000th car, the 1,000th boat, the 1,000th house furniture. As one famous YouTuber says, don't ask questions, just consume product, and then get excited for the next products. An endless cycle of bullshittery laced with greed. Yeah, but that's because that's what keeps us going, right? It's new, it's fun, it's fresh. You got to get this new thing. That's what keeps us going. And praise be to the people who collect pop figures. You got to get the whole set. You got to get everything in that set. You got to keep collecting like, what was it, Beanie Babies for years and years. Because all that is fueled by envy. Now, as you see up here are my collection of comic books. What am I stepping on? Comic books, all kinds of stuff. I mean, these go back to the 90s. This is Punisher from the 90s. I collected comic books since I was 14 years old. And as I got older, I just didn't have much interest. You see these pop figures? Only two. My mom bought these and I didn't care for them, but they're there. DVDs are limited. So I kind of narrow down what I really need. I'm unemployed at the moment. I haven't worked a regular job in 10 years. If I get paid volunteer, I'm lucky. But that kind of difficult situation, even before coronavirus, has humbled me to kind of choose what I need to be doing and what I should be doing instead. With my Death Stranding board game, even though I have new board games and old ones, I always try to make the most of the things I already have. Some of the toys you see, some of the things I do, I always focus on what things I can make. Or you can make your own art, you make your own comics, or you make your own thing. In this case, my story Metalman, because nobody else was going to do this, and I really wanted to approach it in a movie-type way. It's a harsh reality, but we know at some point we have to do our saving. We have to put things aside. So even when we're thinking about our true force loneliness and going out on a date, you often ask yourself, how do you save money on dates? I used to go to the park with a lot of girls, well, not somebody like this pretty, but you take the girl to the park, you take her to the beach, taking her to that, to take a walk somewhere, maybe the Citadel. I have a Citadel by my house, stuff like this, right? I guess whenever you're looking inside yourself and you look at relationships, you have to ask yourself, do you have enough? What does it mean to have enough? What does it mean to be enough? To do enough, to make enough, or maybe even to realistically to have enough for a long time, teaching a man to fish or giving a man a fish. More importantly, when does she have enough? And hopefully she has enough with you. Maybe.